Hello, everybody, and I hope you're having a blessed day. We all remember the toilet paper run. None of us had any idea that it was going to happen. We still have long lines at our local Walmart. They only allow a couple of people in advance. And I think that's what's going to happen with our food shortages. I think we're just going to go in the store and it's not going to be there. I don't think there's going to be any forewarning. I think one day we're just going to walk in there, there's not going to be any meat. There's already a shortage of canned goods in my area. A store that I go to, they had a lot of empty spaces. Now, they wouldn't let me video. They don't want me doing that in there. And they said they just couldn't get it. And so I think that's how it's going to go. But today, I want to talk to you. I want to give you just a few tips. And I will make more videos with more tips. You may know all of the things that I'm going to tell you, and you may not. Okay? Hopefully, if you listen to the video, if you get one tip, that's awesome to me. So, I want to start off by saying that all of us measure our laundry soap, but we don't measure our dish soap. Now, we should, but a lot of people don't. I use the blue stuff, and I use 1 teaspoon. I don't use a lot of water to clean dishes with. I don't think it's necessary that you have this huge sink of dishwater. I use a Dollar Tree dish pan to rinse my dishes. I don't stick my dishes in the dish pan. I just let the water run over them and I catch the rinse water in the dish pan because I also have a dollar pail that I bought from Dollar Tree. And that rinse water I recycle it. I don't let it go down the drain. I use it to water trees. That's just a good way to recycle water and put it to a second good use. Vinegar. We all know the wonderful things of vinegar. Putting it down the drain helps your drain smell nice. Putting it in your rinse water in your clothes, helps your clothes. But take your vinegar and put it in a glass jar. Do not leave it in the plastic. It has an indefinite shelf life if you do that. And so the best way to store it is in a glass container. I have lots of old pickle jars that are glass, and that's what I store it in. When I make potatoes, fried potatoes, I always make extra. I can reheat them for breakfast with some eggs, biscuits, gravy. And it saves me time and gas because it doesn't really take any longer to cook the potatoes, a small amount or a big amount. To me, it's the same. And it helps me save time in the end. Another thing that I do with hamburger meat, you can take a small amount of hamburger meat, throw some mixed vegetables, sweet peas, whatever you want into it to make a shepherd's pie. But I will take a packet of brown gravy, heat that up, and then I pour it over that and put my mashed potatoes on top and pop that in the oven and just till the mashed potatoes are nice and brown. It tastes awesome, quick and easy. And it's usually, if you're storing a few things, you have some sort of vegetables on hand. And then, if you have to make the gravy yourself, that's fine. I just think it tastes better that way. Another thing that you can do, apples. If you have canned apples, you can make a single pie crust, a single. Drain your apples, the syrup off of them, and line half of the pie crust. Fold it in half, make some small slits in it, sprinkle the top with cinnamon and sugar. You can sprinkle your apples with more cinnamon sugar. You don't have to add anything else to it, just like that. Bake that in the oven. It's awesome. It tastes delicious. It's quick and easy. And it helps you save on flour and, everything else. If you don't have much, it's great. You don't need a whole lot of flour to make one pie crust. Okay? And it's a good way to use up. And you can do it even with fresh apples. But if you're using fresh apples, you need to cook them a little bit first. I put a little bit of water and then a little bit of sugar and cinnamon over them. And I saute them, a little bit in the water until they're nice and tender, and then you can make I call it a pie, but a half of a pie. I don't know what you want to really call it. I invented that, so to speak. rice, leftover white rice. You could take a very small amount of pork, and I mean tiny, doesn't have to be much. Cut it up in small pieces, brown it, throw some onion in there, throw some garlic in there, and then make sure you throw your rice in there, and you can saute the pork and the rice together, add some soy sauce to it, and you have fried rice, and it will feed quite a few people, and it's a different way to serve it. Or you could take the rice, you can use evaporated milk or regular milk, pour it over it, and then reheat it. Slowly reheat it and stir the rice together, add some sugar and cinnamon, and you have a wonderful dessert that you can, you're using leftover rice and you're turning it into something else. Another thing I would suggest, the Dollar Tree sells three like it's TV dinner trays, and it has a top to it, and there are 3 sections. Do not throw anything away. Put I don't care if it's a spoon, a tablespoon of mashed potatoes. Put it in one of those containers, freeze it, keep adding to it, and adding to it until you've got them filled up. Eventually, if you keep doing that, you will have enough that you can feed your entire family a dinner that's quick and easy, and it keeps you from throwing anything away at all. Not even a spoonful of food. I know a lot of us, when we cook, we have 1 spoonful left over, and we say to ourselves that's not enough to do anything with, and so we end up giving it to our chickens or something, but it's better that we save it for ourselves. I hope you found these tips helpful. I am going to give you a lot more, but I don't want to make some huge long video, that's 20-30 minutes long. But hopefully you found something helpful today, and tomorrow or the next few days I'll make more videos and I will give you more tips. So stay tuned, okay? Because there's going to be a lot more coming your way in tips. And God bless you, and may you have a blessed day.